What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna show y'all how to get a sort of a custom Metallica album art image. For this example today, we're gonna be using the Bing AI generator, and we're gonna be for our example, we're gonna be doing like a trapped under ice slash ride the lightning kind of deal. This is our final image right here. So we're gonna kind of, I just want to show you the final image first, but let's work backwards from the let's work forwards from the beginning, so I can show you how we even got to this point. So, if you come down to my first iteration of this image, there's a few things in my prompt, which is right here at the top, that you're going to want to include in every single entry that you do when you try to make these kind of things. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is state an exact replica of Metallica's whatever, like what the album title is. And for this one, we did Ride the Lightning. And this just kind of lets the AI know like what general elements of the image should be and stuff like that. Something you don't want to do is you don't want to say Metallica's Ride the Lightning. Like do not say the words album cover on the end of this, because it will think you're trying to make an actual like album cover thing, and it will put your image on like a vinyl and then put that in the image, and it won't look right. But if you do want that, go ahead and put album cover at the end. But if you just want like an actual image, do not put that. Next thing that you're going to want to always put in every single image is Metallica logo at top of image, because if you don't put that, it's obviously probably not going to put the Metallica logo at the top of the image. You could also get a little bit more creative with this, but like put Metallica logo behind chair, or Metallica logo blending in with the background or something like that. You can get really creative with this. For me, I usually just say to put it at the top of the image and let the AI do what it wants. That's basically how you do that. So the next up, we actually have our actual described image. So in the middle here, we say electric chair sitting in the middle of the image facing forward, and then separate each idea with a comma, by the way. It's usually good practice to do when using AI generators. And then electric chair sitting on icy ground with snow around it. So very simple first thing, just kind of a general idea of what you would imagine in your mind. It's always good to start simple and then work your way towards more complex stuff after you realize what you actually want to see and based off what stuff makes. Because if you go a little bit too in depth, you can get something that looks kind of weird at first, and then it'll be hard to work around it because you're just trying to remove everything. So it's best to start simple and then work your way up to complex when you're starting with this. So as you can see right here, all of these aren't that great. These bottom two got the logo great, so these are nice, but they didn't really get the chair how I wanted it. There's like a random skull on it. This one got the chair great, but the logo is literally just a period instead of another L. So that's a little bit funky. Sometimes you get this funky stuff going on with it as well, so just be wary of that. My favorite iteration of those 4 images was this one, just like overall, because it got the logo right mainly, and because it kind of got what I was looking for in the image aside from the chair looking weird. So if we go to our next 4, I adjusted the prompt. The thing I adjusted in the prompt was I got a little bit more in depth with the image. I said electric chair is sitting on clear icy ground with snow around it in a vast open space of ice and rock. All these got that pretty dang well. Like the rocks on the side. And this one did the most with ice. This one did really good. They all did really good. And then I also added electric chairs frozen over with ice, so I could be a little more specific there. So, trapped under ice, chairs covered in ice kind of deal. All these did pretty good. This one ripped the logo, what looks like straight off Master of Puppets for some reason, but whatever. It got the background nice though. And these 3 were also really good, but this one messed up the logo. So we just keep going and just keep moving forward. And something I noticed is that the chair wasn't facing directly towards the camera, which is what I wanted. So I just said that in my next prompt. So if we move to the next 4 images. So next up, this took me 3 tries, by the way. So for our third thing here, you can see I kept everything except I adjusted this first entry right here after the exact replica thing. I said electric chair sitting in the middle of the image facing forward toward the camera. Now I probably could have gotten a little bit more specific than that. I could have said they're facing directly towards the camera, because this one still went off to like 45-degree angle or whatever. But the rest of these 3 did it really well. I'm pretty sure that was the only thing. Oh, wait, no. I changed it a few more things. So something else I wanted to address from these 4 was the lighting. And the lighting in these 4, they were all like daytime, super bright and stuff. But something I was feeling about this was like I wanted more of a nighttime look. After the vast open space of ice and rock, I just put at night with dim lighting. The reason I put with dim lighting, even though I said it was at night, is because sometimes when you put the sort of the scene at like night or evening or something like that, where it's usually low lighting, Sometimes it will still make the scene very bright, like artificially, like it will just make everything bright, even though it's supposed to be like at night or whatever. So it's always good practice if you want it to be a dark scene, just put with dim lighting or low lighting or no lighting, just something like that. Just so it can kind of get a better description of what you want. And then I just kept everything the same from the last prompt. I always end my prompts with realistic. The only one I didn't do that wasn't like a realistic looking image was my creeping death one in F sharp, but that one I was just a little experiment to see what the 2D looked like. I thought it looked great, but I'll probably do that more often. But anyway, out of these 4 variations, I thought this one looked the greatest because it had this Metallica logo perfect, and it has a nice glowing around it, which I thought was really a nice touch. And it's got the beautiful ice background with them. It's got slopes and mountains and stuff, and like it's got the chair in a spotlight, and it's frozen over with ice. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted right here. It's all subjective, by the way. You could have thought one of these 3 was better, like this one. This one's also really good. I like the contrast with the candles in the back, but it's all of the viewer's eye. So don't follow me exactly, but this is just kind of a general outline of what to do and how to make these AI generated album covers. So yeah, there you go.